As humans, we go through so many ups and downs, so many good seasons, bad seasons.
Performing is the thing that he loves most in this world. For him to say that he didn't want to do it, I was concerned.
You know, sometimes we want to give up.
There was nothing that was off limits because I think he really wanted to tell his truth and be able to put some stuff that maybe was weighing on him behind him. And you know, there's a moment of levity in one of the scenes where, the camera's actually still rolling, so we got it, where he leans over to me and he says, you know, it feels so good to share. I don't think I was mature enough to do this before. And that's talking about some of the drug use in those years where he was going through some real struggles. And I think this entire process allowed him to feel a weight off. And I think that by telling his truth and not being like, I can't touch that, I don't, he's growing up. And I think sharing some of the slip-ups as he has been growing up is a pretty noble thing to do.
See you when you touch down. Na, 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 na.
How sick would it be if I
I think what's been challenging over the years is a lot of the times I'd make music and it would be for me. When the focus and the goal is about yourself, you kind of tend to lose your purpose in that. I think the older that I get, the more I realize that I'm not utilizing my gift, I feel, for the right reasons. This isn't about me. It's about helping someone who's going through whatever they're going through and being able to talk about that thing.
A goal of the documentary is to help people and say, okay, we're all human. You know, it's okay not to be okay. And, you know, if Justin Bieber, who probably everybody thinks has this glorious life, or could think that, there's plenty that probably don't, but if you have this perception that you have all the money and all these different things and material goods that you're good and everything's fine, I think by him admitting that he's not always all good and that he does struggle just as anybody else would, and that he sought help to go and see through what was going on, that's a really powerful message, that if you don't feel right, you should go get help, and that doesn't make you weird.
Being able to spend my life with someone and know that there's always that person to go back to, and always, I get to share every moment with and get to share my life with in moments, and it just makes it so much more rewarding, I guess. Just the idea of stability is something that I really never had growing up, and it's something that I've always really wanted.
And that relationship is so authentic and real, and it's exciting. I mean, they've known each other their whole lives, basically. Not their whole lives, but they've known each other for a very long time, friends before obviously getting married and getting together. And I think that her involvement in the music making process is even there. She's obviously the topic of a lot of the album.
I sleep great now that Justin is married and that she is around. Not only because I don't worry about what call I'm gonna wake up to, which is what the case was 5 years ago, but also because I know that someone is there with him. If something goes wrong, there's this very competent, capable, smart adult that is there to help him with it. And I also know he's much happier than the Justin Bieber 5 years ago.
His schedule's packed, you know, I mean, there's obviously prep for tour, memorizing lyrics, there's making music videos, all that different stuff. So yeah, you always want to be cognizant of putting health first. And I think that certainly knowing about Lyme, which can be exhausting, as you said, is important to just build into the schedule and think through how do you go and ultimately get what you need and hit deadlines and make things happen while also being respectful of people's personal space and health and putting yourself first.
Am I a perfectionist? Oh, yeah. The reason why I sing it so many times and people probably don't understand, I want it perfect. I can never remake this album. It just, once it comes out, it's out. You know? So.
But I think that we wanted to make this project on YouTube because there was some serendipity to it. The return to YouTube where he was catapulted to fame and recognized by Scooter, obviously. I think that felt right. It felt really nice to sort of have this reflection, self-reflection, and at 25 now, you know, over a decade after being found on YouTube, to be able to come back there was quite nice.
My life is changing a lot. Getting married, getting back in the studio, talking about getting married, like just writing about the process and just being creative with being in this new chapter and being happy about what I'm doing and not like, I don't know, just being in a good headspace, better headspace.
Goes without saying, Justin Bieber is the first megastar to go through the social media era. I mean, that's part of the reason why he is where he is, and it's part of the reason why he went through some of the struggles. That just direct access and cameras on him always to that level.
He's taken a very long break, and he's ready to express himself through music again.
This album is different because of where I'm at in my life.
There's a lot of pressure.
It's gotta be perfect.
Oh, table. Weird.